Hello, my name's BB Taylor, and I have a page where I do tarot, and I just come out and I talk and talk about experiences and so forth. So thank you for stopping and watching, and hello Soul Tribe. If you're already following, I'm very grateful and thank you for you all watching. I'm very blessed to have y'all out here, and I just wanted to drop in and just I had some things that were going through my head, and I thought, that would be an interesting topic because there was, well, just take the time, close your eyes for a moment, and imagine yourself as a child. You're someplace that you feel like you're out of your element. Give you a for instance here. If you're not used to being around money, or you're used to being around money, but the way you're living and the way you're growing up, you don't necessarily have it, and you have to live without one thing or another here and there. But you always have what you need. Always. You always have what you need. It's just that you're not like the other kids. And the other side, where everybody has what they need, they're smart, they have money, they have everything that they want, anything they can think of they need. So just imagine yourself being totally out of your element and in a room full of these people and getting to experience what it's like to walk into somebody's home and you see the old wood walls in an old home with this huge fireplace, just like you would see in the old movies, where you could cook in it, throw a big log into it. You know, the grand. I'm not answering that. That grand. I've tried to cut this video like 4 or 5 times already, and it's just not happening. And the big, crystal brandy bottles with the crystal glasses, with the antiques and the stuff that's been passed down through the family. And you're used to living someplace where maybe you have food, but you don't know where the next meal's going to come from. Or you have everybody, people, the other people, they have the things you want, but your family doesn't have the money for it. And you find yourself in that well-to-do, rich, nice neighborhood, and you're not really sure how to handle it. But keep in mind, while you're imagining this, you're a child. And one side is the money side, and they tell you what to do, how you're supposed to act. A gentleman or a young man and a young woman doesn't act like that, and you're under 10. So just keep imagining. And all you want to do is explore it, because you like what you see. This is what you want. You're not afraid of it. It intrigues you. At some point in your life, this is what you're worthy of. This is what you deserve. And then you have the ones that have the money that are keeping you down and telling you not to talk and not to speak and sit over there and don't move from there and don't touch anything and don't do this and don't do that. Pretty much just that you're not supposed to do anything. You're not supposed to talk to anybody. You're not, how would you feel? But as a child, you're not afraid. A point in time of your life that you weren't afraid of what you saw. But yet, you have lived a lifetime of being fearful and feeling like you weren't worthy enough to have that. And when you suddenly remember that you weren't fearful of that room of people, and they listened to you, and they thought you were smart, while your family is pulling you away and telling you not to do it. But these people who are CEOs and editors and have these and live on the upper sides of town with money, and they're millionaires, and you just know that you want it, that you could handle living a life like that, that you could imagine yourself in those rooms in these places, being seen and being heard. And you're growing up in a time where children are seen, but they're not heard. And nowadays, children are seen and heard all over the place, which is cool, because I've got grandchildren, and I ask them all the time, come talk to me. Let's do this. I even give my granddaughter a voice on my videos too. And just because I was told to be seen but not heard. But on particular occasions, you were supposed to be not seen, not heard. You're the only kid there. You don't know what to do because you're the oldest of all the kids. And what do? The only people you have to talk to are adults, but the rule is you're supposed to be seen and not heard. So you learn to talk smart. You learn to talk to be somebody, this is the way you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, you learn about politics, you learn about money, you learn about the beautiful things that you want in life. But don't be you. No, you're too much. No, you shouldn't do that. Well, I had a memory of something, and I did find myself in one of those rooms. And these people actually started talking to me. And I found it, when I remembered they were the ones, because I was sitting at a table by myself. They came and they sat down because it was kind of away from everybody, and they could talk freely amongst themselves. After a while, they brought me into the conversation. Now, keeping in mind I was under 10, and they thought I was like 15 years old. I acted older, acted more mature. And they started asking me questions, and a lot of them were assistant editors, people that went to college. They were smart, and we held a conversation for a long time before I got pulled away. My family kind of forgot about me for a little while. They did that a lot, and I just learned to occupy myself. So while we're sitting there talking, we're just not going to say who it was, but she comes along and says, stop bothering these people. They don't want to hear anything you have to say. And I do remember that these people that were so well off in the upper side of New York actually enjoyed having a conversation with me. And they told my grandmother, well, oops, there it slipped, okay. And, hey, well, she's smart, and make sure she goes to college. And when she gets out, when she graduates college, you need to stop. You need to stop by and get my name, and I'll hire her. He goes, I'll remember who she is. I'll remember who she is, and I'll hire her right there on the spot. They couldn't believe that I was under 10. And it was amazing that I remembered this. But I was so unafraid that even after that, I found time to go slip away and be that 9-year-old. And I allowed myself to fly free, away from all the adults where nobody was bothered. And it was just an amazing time, even with the things that were happening and how they tried to control me. And the stuff I saw was just wondrous. And now here I am, over 50. I have raised my family. I've taken care of the people that I needed to. I abandoned myself for years. I did without things. I learned that giving to others was what I was supposed to do. But if I went without, I went without, because that's what I had to do to take care of my family. Well, now I'm over 50. Now I'm taking care of myself. Now I see me for who I am. And I love the person that I have become. And it's a wonderful feeling. And when I remembered that the point when I was a kid, that I wasn't afraid to go stand up and sing with a band for the first time in my life. Didn't know anybody. Upper East End of New York, baby. Hey, there was nothing like it. It was such a wonderful memory. And I remembered the parts that I wasn't sure about. But what I take with me? Forget the past, that part of the past. It was a lesson. And and the remembering of the things that I heard in passing and stuff that I had forgotten about. These people, I was able to relate to the people who had money. I was able to talk to them. I was able to get up in front of my family and sing a song because it was supposed to be a gift, something special. And it all started off with just requesting a song in the band, and it was the band who pulled me up there. Now, did I get into trouble for it? Oh yeah, I was that kid, even when I wasn't doing something wrong, I was in trouble. But, such is life. What it is what it is. And now, I'm going to tell y'all, it's okay to be uniquely you. It is okay. You have permission to be unafraid of succeeding in life. Those dreams you had when you were a kid, when you had no fear of it before it was instilled in you, you have the right to dream big. Because I remember that day, I could see myself there. I could see myself relating to people like that. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be part of the rest of society and be like everybody else. You can still be you. You can be down to earth. You can have a kind heart. You can help one another and still see somebody from from a different point of view. And that was a wonderful memory. It lit me up. It made me feel freer again. Like, why would I be afraid of something that you know you're capable of. And there are so many of us that we have been taught by our parents or told by somebody as a child that you're not going to amount to anything. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to succeed in life. If you use your brains, you'll kill yourself. Now, these are just a few of those things that you hear. And I can honestly tell you, I've had to face those. I've had to overcome them. And I can sit here today while I'm taking care of my family. I'm getting ready to go do some shopping. You can do it. There is nothing to be afraid of. You remember a lot of our woundings come from our childhood. Reach deep down inside yourself. Remember that time when you were unafraid of something and you walked without fear and you were free in your joy. You were free to be happy. You for the moment, you felt protected and safe in yourself. Not necessarily that your family made you feel protected, but you knew, you trusted yourself to know that you were protected and safe. And I guess that's the biggest part of this message. Stop walking in the fear, because a lot of those are just old mindsets, and we've grown past those. And in order to keep growing and to keep going and to stopping ourselves from succeeding, we have to let go of the fear. We have to let go of the doubt in ourselves. We have to let go of worrying. We have to let go of doubting ourselves. And we can do it. Believe in yourself. Stand up for yourself. Use your voice. Set your boundaries. We got this. We all got this. And I don't know, I've just been called to say this. God, I can feel this in my heart. Wow. Just to understand how far each one of us have come in our life. But to remember that there was a 9-year-old in me that was free. She wasn't afraid anymore. And here I am today. And I'm not afraid to come out here and talk to y'all and let y'all see me. And I've been trying to tell a story for the longest time since I started doing this. And I didn't know what it was. And maybe this is it. And if it finds you, it was meant for you. But my 9-year-old has a voice. That little girl that's inside of us, that child that never goes away, no matter how old we are. They're allowed to have a voice. Our higher selves are allowed to have a voice. We stand in our boundaries, we take care of ourselves, and we still have to balance our families and our life and work. But don't ever forget, we can achieve any dream we want. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Keep pursuing them. It doesn't matter how old you are. You got this. I've got this. We've all got this. God, I hate crying in front of people. I was taught not to cry. But I'm so happy I can even do this right now. Really. And, I love you guys, or I wouldn't be doing this. It's not like I'm making anything out of this except that I'm growing. You're growing. We're all growing in different directions. We're all walking different paths. We're all feeling something inside of our soul that's calling us one direction or another. Follow them. Don't ever give up on it, baby. Don't ever give up on it. Y'all are beautiful just the way you are. God. Oh, she's so happy. Man, I haven't felt that joy in a long time. And I have started to feel that joy. But for it to be on my face is so miraculous. To be able to see with these blue eyes. Miraculous. Because really, I shouldn't even be sitting here in a parking lot doing this right now. I've had those moments where I've almost lost what I was supposed to be able to do. And God and the people around me, my partner of 27 years, whoever, I thank them all, because I should have lost what I thought I should have had. And here I sit, a walking testimony. And all you have to do is keep believing. Don't ever give up. Walk in your wisdom and your truth and your light. And just know that things will be made right as you go. So, thank you for staying till the end. I love you guys. Really, I love you guys. And healing is possible. Healing your inner self is possible. And if anybody has any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them. You please leave them in the comments. It's an honor to be able to talk to y'all. It's an honor to be able to put this out there for y'all. To be able to even do it, I am grateful and thankful that I can even do this. So y'all have a blessed day. Remember that you are always protected and you are always safe. Stand in your love and your truth and your light. And keep believing in yourself, because I believe in you too. And you got this. Keep stepping through those doorways and keep stepping forward. Just keep stepping forward, baby. And even if it's a half step, just keep stepping forward and you'll get there. It won't necessarily be easy, but you got this. And in the end, it will be so worth it. The joy that I am feeling in my heart right now is so worth it. So, with harm to none and love and light, it is done, so mote it be. And y'all have a very, very blessed day. Please share with this with a friend. Follow if you're not follow if you're not following. Subscribe to my channel. And man, I'm telling you, this is great. I love you guys. Have a good day. Thank you.